Hello and welcome to this episode of Rally Point where we're laying down the law. I'm here with Peter Stewart. Hello, Peter.
Hello there.
And I'm Joey Dalton, and we are looking at the key players for the Grimm and the Grave Lord pack, Volkmar the Grimm of the Empire, and Helmand Gorst of the Vampire Count. So first up, let's talk about Volkmar the Grimm, who is the Grand Theogonist of the Cult of Sigmar.
That's correct, Joey. He is the Grand Theogonist of the Cult of Sigmar, and the cult itself was established within the Empire in the years following the disappearance of Sigmar, where he just up and walked off into the mountains. The cult quickly grew into a fully fledged religion, venerating Sigmar as the founder of the Empire, and also thinking he had ascended into godhood following his disappearance.
It's also known as the Sigmarite Church, and it's pretty much the foremost religion of the Empire, and is inextricably intertwined with political, cultural, and the national identity of the Empire and its people.
That is very true. However, the Cult of Sigmar is not the only religion in the Empire.
No.
Over in Middenheim, the Cult of Ulrich is very prominent and powerful, as we saw in Call of the Beastmen. So on occasion, Volkmar and the Cult of Sigmar must fight for their beliefs, and you'll see this in Volkmar's quest battle for the Staff of Command, where he goes head-to-head with the Cult of Ulrich to assert his dominance.
The Grand Theogonist of the Cult of Sigmar is regarded as Sigmar's representative, and as a result has great religious and political influence within the Empire. So who is Volkmar the Grimm?
You're right, he is the head of the Cult of Sigmar, and a powerful ally and friend of Karl Franz, although he doesn't much care for the political machinations of court, if you will. Unsurprisingly, he has a particularly grim aspect about him, and he doesn't suffer fools. They say he's very much consumed by the idea and notion of stopping chaos. He has a starring role in The Grimm and the Grave, as we know, and can mount the War Altar of Sigmar, which is an amazing chariot mount.
It's gorgeous.
That he just kind of rides into battle. He's a very powerful, righteous, legendary lord of the Empire, and when he goes to war on the War Altar, he just draws power from it, and it gives him strength and command in battle.
And for an elderly fellow, he does pretty well in combat.
He does, extremely well in combat.
So on the Vampire Count side, we have Helmand Gorst, and he has a really sad tale. He was a farrier in Sylvania, and the youngest of 5 children, and, you know, ultimately he was a good man.
Bit of a thrill seeker, good man though.
He used to earn some extra gold as a messenger, but returned from one of his trips to discover his father and siblings had died from the plague of blue roses, which is a type of fungal plague.
Not fun.
No, not fun.
Hey.
Oh, nice. He was so upset by this that he embraced his dead kin to try and contract the plague himself.
Yes, but it wasn't to be, because for some reason he was marked for great things, so the plague didn't take hold. He went mad with grief and started looking into the dark arts and dark magic in an attempt to resurrect his brothers and his father to keep them alive. But this was discovered by the witch hunters, and so he had to flee with the bodies of his family into Sylvania, where he encountered Manfred von Karstein. Helman now travels Sylvania in a corpse cart carried along by his dead brothers, trying to find a cure for them, which is not fun, a bit grim. But Manfred is actually manipulating Helman under the guise of bringing his brothers back to his own ends. And you can see that in game during the narrative quest where Manfred gives him the Liber Noctis, but not with all the pages in, so he has to go and find the rest of the pages to hopefully, he thinks, resurrect his fam.
That is tragic. So which character do you like best? Team Grimm or Team Grave? Peter?
I'm going to have to go with Team Grave on this one, Joey.
Awful choice. I'm Team Grimm. Please tell us which team you are in the comments down below. That is all for this episode of Laying Down the Law. Like and subscribe to this channel for some battle gameplay coming very soon.